Well, tonight we are reviving a WWL TV holiday tradition. Our former action reporter Bill Capo interviewed local and nationally famous people. He would have them make a mocktail that tasted good but didn't put people at risk for drunk or buzzed driving. It was called 12 for the Road. We're bringing back some of those segments from our archives, but we also asked Meg Farris to create some new segments with social media influencers. Tonight she sits down with Ralph the Baker.
Before he became Ralph the Baker with 5 million social media followers,
go open there, 1 stick of butter, babe.
Clamoring for his Cajun cooking, Ralph Williams was in Houma, climbing and trimming trees by day and baking cakes by night.
I think it all started whenever I was watching that show, Cake Boss. And then I said, well, I can do it too. And before you knew it, I was baking big wedding cakes and poker tables and everything else.
And then social media became a thing, and he started posting videos on how to make simple, quick desserts.
I was getting millions of views, and I was like, wow, this is really something. Well, this was the beginning of lockdown. So little did I know while I was out and I was sitting home bored and doing nothing, well, so was everybody else. So it was kind of like perfect timing.
As people learned that he was from Louisiana, they started requesting the cuisine unique to the culture. So with the opportunity created by the pandemic, Ralph started creating the dishes he grew up on.
I learned a lot from my mom, my grandma, so I mean, I was well trained in the kitchen. My mom and grandma and all my family's all Creole and Cajun.
Yeah, they speak French?
Yes.
And more followers followed.
I think because people love to love us and love to hate the way we talk. I get a lot of hate for the way we talk, and I get a lot of love.
Hate?
Yeah, they say we talk different, you know, so I get a lot. Like I said, it takes love and hate to really, really go viral. It really does.
You're absolutely right. You know why? Because the emotions are so deep.
Correct.
Well, put me on the love side. I love a good Cajun accent. So now, when do you come up with the shtick, with the stick of butter, the slamming it down?
So we was on live. I used to do a lot of lives back in TikTok, and I'd have 50, 60,000 people in my live, and we'd be cooking and just having fun. And like I said, there was nothing else going on in the world. So one day I was just in the kitchen, and I threw the stick of butter playing around and said, you know, you got to throw your stick of butter from 4 feet away. 1 stick of butter, baby.
Do people write in and say, Ralph, you're going to catch a heart attack, darling?
Oh, all the time. I tell them we're all going to die some way.
He gives away all the family recipe secrets so people can enjoy the food. He's an ambassador for the culture because he's creating dishes with bounty straight from the Gulf. Celebrities asked to throw butter with him like musician Devin Allman, son of the legendary Greg Allman. Companies want and will pay for his endorsement, but he wants to keep his integrity by picking the best products.
Because, you know, it's a reflection of you. If I tell you go buy a grill and you don't like it, then you're going to be like, Ralph, that grill wasn't as good as you said.
And this father of 5 who now lives in Metairie spends his free time giving back to the community. He's gone out on search and rescue or recovery missions with the United Cajun Navy, like the missing child in New Orleans East and the plane crash in the lake.
You can see where the heart is, so it makes you want to give your time to that organization and help, you know, our community.
So we brought Ralph into our kitchen for our zero-proof cocktail with dietitian Molly Kimball, who wrote the book on delicious, sophisticated drinks you can drive with, but without added sugar and calories. Ralph requested something with peppermint.
There's a sweetener, it's called allulose. It's actually a plant-based sweetener. It goes great in baking. You can actually try it if you get back to your cake baking days.
From her Eat Fit Craft recipe book, she custom-made the espresso martini with espresso sweetened with allulose, vanilla, and added peppermint extract. And instead of heavy cream, coconut milk.
You still have that richness and creaminess, but it's actually vegan. But instead of having the animal-based fat like all the butter.
And then for the alcohol-like taste, zero-proof distilled spirits.
So you can get rum, tequila, and so we use this one.
And it tastes like rum, tequila, and all that?
If you open some of the tequilas, you will think it is real, true tequila.
All right.
So this
I didn't know that. Did you know that, Rob?
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
This one is like a gin or a vodka alternative, but it kind of gives
like
the
gin.
essences in this.
So before you taste, Ralph, we have a surprise guest who's coming in. Will the surprise guest please come in?
The reason we're all doing this.
Meg.
We have Bill Capo, who started the 12 for the Road back in 1985.
1985, 30 years. I spent every Christmas interviewing major celebrities.
Tell some of them.
Mickey Rooney, Dan Aykroyd. We talked to local luminaries, mayors, governors.
And the whole goal,
And
Bill,
they-
was Mothers Against Drunk Drivers.
Yes, the whole point was to not have an alcoholic beverage for the driver.
And this one passed the taste, low calorie, and zero proof test.
But it has that like mocha taste to it.
Exactly
Yeah.
what it is. Tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Until next time, baby. Hit it with a stick of butter, baby.
And will continue 12 for the road each day through New Year's Eve with rewinds of Bill Capo's celebrity highlights over the last 4 decades. Next up, Trombone Shorty. With 12 for the road, Meg Farris, WWL, Louisiana.